Hmm. Okay, so I woke up this morning and then like I went to lay down for like a minute and then next thing I know I wake up at 9 a.m. So I guess my body knew like, hey buddy, you gotta get up for the stock market. NVTS buy more. Uh, I would wait and see if wait, is it a buy more? Let me. I was looking at. I just woke up. Let me let me get settled. As I was saying, I woke up and I'm like, what happened? Oh, I just took a really big nap. Um, okay. At everyone streaming. Let me just set this up. Okay, so RR has to hold 6, which I don't know. I'm doubtful. If it doesn't hold, I might just buy back the sold puts at a loss and then just buy fives because it would come down to low to mid fives. Let me see TSSI. TSSI. Man, I am so hedged. I have like 100 shares of something and just oh my god, Mara, please stay. I hope Mara stays above 21. Please do not come back down under 21 because I have covered call 400. Yeah, 4 covered calls, 21 strike expiring tomorrow. Which I think I could. Wait, can I? Am I up on these? No, no, no. What am I saying? Okay, let's see. Hell no. LTS is not a buy. I was thinking that too, but I just woke up, so I'm like, I'm not even in the mood to yell at anyone. Like, it's like, is that a buy near the top? Do you like holding back, sir? Um, yeah, that's not a buy. We bought it like we were buying at the bottom down here, and there was even a bull flag up part. You could have played the bottom of the wedge. The wedge. See, I'm still asleep. The bottom of the. You could have played the bottom of the. Oh, I can't even think straight, man. The bottom, the bottom of the trading range, the bull flag that formed. So you could have played the breakout. You even had the purple line here as well. You had plenty of opportunities to buy. Now you want to buy up here. Or I I would not expect RR to hold here. If I'm being honest, I would expect it to drop. If it does drop, if I recall correctly, did I leave a little note for myself, or did I not leave a note? Oh, I don't remember if I left a note. I think it likes to touch the which one was it? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's got to be that one. No, no, I forgot. Okay, there we go. So, the 21, I believe it's the 21. Yeah, it's the 21. For some reason, Rich Tech Robotics loves to come down and touch the 21. Emma. So it touched it here, right? When it's uptrending, it pumps, breathes, comes back to that 21 Emma. Pumps, breathes, comes back to 21 Emma and respects it. Like just keeps it literally just taps it and then goes. Same thing right here. It's creates a new high, and we would expect it to breathe and come down to that line, whatever the hell color that is. I don't know. I don't even know, man. I was doing this morning, and Like I said, I just kind of was like, I'm gonna just lay down until market opens, and next thing I know, I I fell asleep. Let me change the color on that. What is that? Salmon? Let's change it to teal. Yeah, that's much better. Let's make it a 2x teal. Yeah, 2x teal. I guess the other one's already teal. Oh well, whatever. Yeah. So I would expect it to come down and touch it. So it would come down to 550, and I'll look to buy it there, and then probably flip it. Wait, I could sell 3 puts at 550. Actually, huh? I might do that instead. We'll see. Like I said, it was one of those. I just laid down, and next thing I know, I'm asleep. Red baby. NVTS not a buy. Hello, hey, Papacito. Shout out to Track Guy. Joe Moore and Yanni Visitil. I'll just call you 8867. Party time, Mr. Invisible to you. Yanni, what you smoking, bro? You mean Yanni? Yeah, that's the name. I was calling him 8867. I'm just gonna call you guys by your name. Instead of Papacito, I'm just gonna call him 98. What's up, Papacito? ST Nick 07. I think that's the salute, if I recall. Yeah. So it's like it has this pattern, right? So it's just a matter of waiting. I would be shocked if it doesn't breathe that and come down that low. Yeah. NVTS, where are the buyers? Are they showing up? They're showing up right now. So unless it's going to be a dip and a rip, the signal to buy is coming like literally right now. But I just wouldn't. We were buying that under 10. So. It's about to give a signal. You would have to set a trailing stop too. Let me see. Rich Tech. This one's holding up the gap. What's going on with the markets? Because I know TSM did good on earnings, so I would expect markets to finally start ripping. Oh, by the way, FTHM still holding the purple line here. PBTA still going? It is. It's still going. NUAI finally gonna break down out of that pattern. This is a bearish rising wedge, so I kind of figured it would break down. If it wanted to invalidate the pattern, it would have to come down. It would have to go up, I mean. So is anything happening other than ASTS hitting 100 for some reason? By the way, ASTS is always a buy at the purple line. That one always comes to the purple line. And nobody wants it down here. What is up with my purple line? Is it behaving? It's at a 90? What the hell happened? Let's change it to 200. Okay, so I don't even know if that... Yeah, it always likes to come to this purple line. Under it, touches it here and ran, right? So that was a recent one, too. That touched it, in September 9. Was not on my radar at the time. Oh, well. Boo-hoo for me. Let me see. What else? I am curious. Is NVTS getting that signal? It's about to get it. Bull? What is Bull doing? Did Bull break down? Oh, it's just consolidating here? Huh. Very interesting price action. Very interesting. What's the lowest this has gone to? $10? Last time it consolidated around here, it broke down and went to 10. So, I just... unless today has to hold here, or else it's just going to come down to 10. And I will buy if it comes down to 10. That is a buy if it comes down to 10. So I am watching that one as well. Shot? What shot? Shot W? it's a penny stock and you want to buy it here and just sit on it and hope it goes higher. Good luck. It better have government contracts. BitF. I don't play penny stocks anymore unless they have government contracts. What about BitF? It gapped down. Oh yeah. I think it broke out of a bearish pattern. No. Yeah. It had a bearish pattern too. So I'm not surprised it broke down. So NUAI should also follow the similar trajectory. It already gave a buy signal back here. Oh, you got your buy signal on NVTS. Let me check something. Rich Tech bouncing. Okay. Yeah, this whole week has been kind of Weeble I like at 10. Weeble I like at 10. So if it comes down to 10, I'm there. I'm there for it. I like RR under at that line at 550 if it comes down there. In fact, what if RR doesn't even go under? If it stays above 6, then I still make I still made money either way, taking advantage of both directions with the covered calls and sold puts. ASTS wants more than 100. Right now, it just seems like TEM is red, which is good. I think TEM, if I recall correctly, TEM should find support at around. Let me see if I can find that line. Where's TEM? I already lost TEM. Where's TEM? There it is. I think was it the 50? I think it was the 50. Is it that one? That's not the 50. What is this one? Oh no, it is the 50. Was it the 50? I don't even remember which one it was. I think it was the 50, I believe. Yeah, it's the 50. So I should just start taking notes here. But it does like to use the 50, this one as support. So let me just write a note before because I don't want to be keep 50 Emma support there. So if it comes down that low, there's money to be made there. The touch and go. It touches it and then goes up a few dollars. You can make money that way. I don't know what else to call it. I just call it the touch and go. Let me see. 21. That's writing the 21. I'm just waiting for things to come down so I can buy them cheaper. Yeah, NVTS, like I said, it can go to 20 if it does decide to just dip and rip. I'm out on NUAI for now. Yeah, get out with profit and reposition. How RDW looking? RDW looking stupid, I'm sure. Yeah, it does look stupid. It has to hold here. It has to hold here at 870s. If not, that's gonna tank. What am I saying? That's a shoulder. That's a head. That's a shoulder. That should tank back to like 770. Yeah. I think I was watching this one. That's why. Because it's got strong support at sevens. But that's a head and shoulders right there. So it should come down. That one was easy. Give me some more easy ones, so I don't have to think. Palantir looks like it's doing the exact same thing it's been doing since September 19. Elevator. It stair steps up and then elevator down. Stair step, elevator down. So is this just stair stepping again, and it's just gonna elevator down? Like, is that what's gonna happen? Like, that's all it's been doing. Like, we just slowly climb higher and then boom, elevator down. So are we one of these days just gonna get a big red candle like this one where it dropped from 172 to 158? That's one hell of a drop too. So that's why I'm still cautious until we get a breakout here higher. Then it's just repeating that same pattern of climbing slowly and then boom, it just elevator down. Just the buyers don't show up and they just boom, just big red candle, big red candle. So let me count the candles. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, boom, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, boom, down. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So either Friday we get another huge sell-off, or on Monday. Now let me see. This happened on a Friday. This sell-off happened on a Friday. Wow, so that's so crazy. You guys see that? You guys seeing that? No way. No way. This is real. I mean, maybe get ready to short it tomorrow then. I don't short, but that's one hell of a short setup. That's one hell of a short setup. So it climbs for the week, and then on Friday just sells off huge, right? Climbs for the week, sells off huge on Friday. Same thing happening right now. Climbs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Are we just gonna get a big red candle down? And it loves to come down to like a whole $10 too. That's what I wonder. Because technically this is still a downtrend. This is a downtrend, by the way. Like, so it has to break out in order for this to be invalidated, or else it's just gonna go down. It kind of looks more bullish on the weekly, but again, let's just wait, because it looked bullish here, right? It looked bullish here, and it just elevated down. Looked bullish here, elevate. Is Trump gonna say something every Friday, and it's just gonna send elevators down on this stock? Is that I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. That one I'm interested whether it drops or it breaks out. Because if it breaks out, that would mean the market as a whole is breaking out, and that's good. That's good if the whole market is moving up. AVGO is gonna run away from me. Oh wow. AVGO is gonna run away from me. There you go. If you bought the dip when the signal came, you're up like 50 cents, which is why I was saying it's probably gonna be a dip and rip. So a dip and rip. Who knows how it closes though? That's the thing. APLD still wants more. Wow, it still wants to keep going. AVGO. I guess I missed on that one because it's breaking out here above 360. If it can actually break out, it'll go to 370s. Like today, it can do it. That's a $10 move. Let me check the 3-minute time frame. Yeah, the signal already happened back here at 356. So I'd be nah. I'm not chasing that. The opportunity already passed. What is GDX? Is that the gold ETF? Gold mining ETF? It's up $2. I'm interested in that one as a hedge. IonQ, isn't that one? I imagine it's getting ready to. Wow. That's a double top right here. So that's why I'm asking: is Friday going to be another elevator down? Because it's just been so many Fridays in a row for Palantir where we just drop, and that makes me wonder if tomorrow we just if this is gonna play out the double top, it would do this. So yeah, the dip buying opportunity would be right here right now. Actually, it would have to reverse right now. It already gave a signal here. You'd have to have a stop too, because this thing it doesn't look good. What's the next time it respects? Is it this one? Yeah, if it comes down, the next support is going to be 60. Yeah, if this elevator downs tomorrow, it's going to come down to 60. So you would look for a touch of 60. At this line here, this blue line, what is this one? Because I forget. Oh man, they're both blue. Okay, 50. The 50 Emma. Let me make a note for myself, because that's again, I want things to drop so I can buy them at where it makes sense. Where's my notepad? There's my notepad. 50 Emma, touch and go. I'd be looking to get in and out, because essentially what we're doing is we're trading a downtrend, right? That's what we're doing. It's going down. I'm trying to time the bounces as it goes down lower, because I don't want to get caught. If I try to day trade these 3 red days, or even position myself for a swing trade on these 3 red days, I'm just I'm just going. It's just going down, right? And I'm not Seb Luke. I'm not gonna make the mistake of chasing and then holding red and just keep adding more. Screw that. Let's get in where it makes sense, which is gonna be that blue line here, that 50 EMA. So that's a nice little note for myself. If it comes down there, great. I will buy. If it doesn't, I'm not buying. That's it. I'm not gonna chase. I will buy where it makes sense. Trading a downtrend requires more skill. You really better have stop losses. Like you need to. Like you don't, because you're trading something that's like literally overextended by the average price by 80% or something ridiculous. So that's gonna be a good one. Let me continue here. Where was I? Oh wow, I came all the way down here. RZLV. There's I love when stocks drop because there's so much opportunity. This has to hold the trend line, and it looks like a bear flag right here, so it would drop down. That does not look good. Yeah, that does not look good. That's not what you want to see within this pattern. You want to see that's a bear flag right there. So it should go down to like 470s, and then at 470 it's going to have a chance to maybe hold, but if it doesn't, it's just at that point it would just come down to 350 in a hurry too. In a hurry, by the way, like it would just come down. Let me go back to the daily. Let's see, we already looked at all those. Is it NVTS? Like I said, NVTS doing the classic dip and rip. So, but I already made my money on that. I don't know, so I'm not gonna. That's the thing. I have rules. I have a rule. It's called, if I made money on a stock, I got in, I got out, made my money, my 20, 10, 30%, whatever, and then it runs away 80%. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna chase. I don't give a fuck. If it goes 1,000%, cool. I don't give a fuck. I made money. I'm good. Guess what? There are people who don't have that mindset. They see a stock, they buy a stock, they sold it at 10, and they're like, "Oh man, maybe it's gonna keep going. Oh man, maybe I should jump back in." I don't know why. That's so weird to me. That's just like weird. Like I don't like. There's this fear that they're gonna miss out, even though they already made money on it. It's weird. I don't know. I don't have that mindset. My mindset is the opposite. It's like, oh, it's running away. Cool. Let me look at, all these other opportunities. I don't care. I don't care. Hond, is that being pumped by Zip Trader? Yeah, that's still being pumped by that guy. You guys will learn that Temp might not even come down to my line, and that's fine. Oh well, boo-hoo. Like there's not 1,000 stocks in the stock market. Yeah, buy back in and end up fucking up their full gains. Yeah, I've seen that happen too. I've seen that happen too many times. And the worst part, Jomar, here's the worst part. There's people who are gonna, they chase, so they make like 30% on NVTS, and then they chase with like bigger. So the first time that they traded NVTS, they made like, let's say they put in 10K and made a nice 3K off of it. Well, they're so bullish, there's so much euphoria, they're so scared to miss out because, oh my God, it's at 16. What if it goes to, 1,000? They go in even bigger. Like they throw like the house at the stock market. Like they go in with like 100K. And if they get caught and it tanks, especially with the overnight risk, because they're not just going to get in and get out. They're going to get in and hold it overnight. Like a lot of people have gotten destroyed that way. I think Polish girl got destroyed. Like she put in 600K on Rigetti at 21, then it dropped 50% overnight. So that she's like the perfect example. That's why you don't do that. If you make your money on VTS, cool. You walk away and you go do something else. If you're seeing a stock run away from you and you didn't make money off of it because you just found out about it, cool. There's plenty of other. NVTS will come back down and there will be opportunities. Like it's just, I don't know. To me, that's just odd. To make gains on something and then like give it back, like that doesn't exist. Like I don't. I don't have those. Like I don't know. Are those called emotions? I don't know what they're called. When you like make money on a stock and you see it running and you just want to get back. And I don't know what is that called. I don't know. That's just weird. That to me is like just weird. Just very odd. Let's continue down here. APOD wants to go to 40 plus. Like, is this really going to continue? Because if this is going to continue, then we should see other stocks in the same sector go higher. That's what we would expect. I do not like that Palantir is just straddling today this line. Because, again, every time it's done this, stair step up, tanks, elevator down. I hate that it's doing that. I hate it. Because I can't buy calls. I have not played options in a while now. I've been mainly playing shares and just a few, and only 100 and just selling covered calls and puts. Because I just, I don't like what I'm seeing. I haven't liked what I'm seeing for a while now. Let me see. What's NVIDIA doing? See, NVIDIA is the one that makes me a little concerned. Why? TSM had good earnings, so why is this thing only moving $2 and just staying stuck there in the same spot? It's literally stuck in the same spot. This whole week it's done nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing. TSM had good earnings, and the only thing this thing did was gap up $1. Is that what it did? And I said this yesterday. If the king of chips here is just if the king is doing this, like you gotta be careful. Same thing with Bitcoin. If the king of crypto is just sitting there doing nothing, looking like it's ready to go down lower, that's not good. Especially because Nvidia is a big percentage of some portfolios, some ETFs. So if Nvidia drops below 180s, it drags the market down with it. Unfortunately. That one is just right now. Gold, just buy it and hold it till tomorrow, basically, over and over again. Yeah, semiconductors. This is scary to me. Semiconductors right now. So you see semiconductors just went. Look at this big elevator down, right? Semiconductors just gapping up and like look at this. This is terrible price action. Look at the behavior of these candles versus the previous ones. Like we were slowly climbing up. You know, we had some big bodies on those candles. Now it's just kind of. This looks like on Friday we're just gonna get an elevator down. Stair step, elevator down. That's what I would expect. Because that's what it looks like. Combine that with, and this is a semiconductor ETF, so that means the semiconductor sector is showing weakness here. If there was strength behind this move, we should already be at highs, not this. That looks like stair stepping, but with gaps, and then we would like that looks like an I don't know. Is the Trump administration just gonna say something on a Friday again? I won't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them. So be very careful tomorrow, because you never know. But I'm seeing a lot of slow climbing and then elevator down. Gold is different. That's just gonna keep climbing. LPLA. What is the? I don't even remember this one. Hey, the falling wedge. It's breaking out. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember this one. It did break out and touch. This could go at least. Well, it's at the first resistance level. Could go to 352 next if it can break out here. I would be surprised if it did. Usually at a breakout, it just goes to the first resistance and then kind of takes some profit taking habits, and then the next day you have to get the bigger move. So yeah, congrats if you bought calls. God damn, that moved $10. I forgot about that one. I completely, yeah, these bullish falling wedges are. Anytime you see those are easy trades, because it's just there yelling at you to buy. HUD has been showing. Didn't this one get included in the S&P 500 recently? So like HUD is doing what NVIDIA is doing, right? It's just it's nothing. This is doing nothing. It's doing nothing. Why are these stocks that are in the top 500 doing nothing? That's concerning to me. Shades, are you still holding NVIDIA from the challenge? Hell yeah, I'm still holding. Hell yeah, I'm not concerned about that. We still have a 100% win rate on that. So yeah, no, I'm still holding. We have a 100% win rate on that one for the entire year, not even on the challenge that we started recently. So we're good. We're good on that. That one's easy mode. You don't need anything. I was just trading NVIDIA. You don't need anything for that one. You don't have to think about it. Well, I don't at least, but yeah, we're good on that. MSTR, you better believe that Joey Shaw right now, he is praying to his God, please, 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 please hold here. Because if MSTR does not hold here, all of his calls on MSTR are going to get destroyed because this can drop $70. Last time it dropped like this, it dropped like, look at this. It just dropped straight down to 230. It just a straight, just red day after red day. Just straight down to 230. That's where I'm looking to buy the last 25 shares and maybe start selling covered calls like he does. But I'm going to be, I don't have options. I'm not going to be doing no options on this actually. But if you want to buy calls on MSTR, literally the play is 230. Buy calls at 230. Buy leaps at 230. That would be the play. That would be the smart thing to do. He was buying his MSTR calls like up here at 350, 420. Like he thought I was going to pull back to 420, then go, to the moon to 1,000. And he watches Tom Lee a little too much and thinks Tom Lee isn't human. Like I've noticed some people see influencers as people who like can't be wrong, but the thing is they're human. Like they're human. They're people. Like Tom Lee can absolutely be wrong. I've been wrong. And I admit it. I don't care. I'm gonna lose. I'm not always gonna make money. So he's kind of still fucked up. I found it very odd that he said to me, "No, Tom Lee is not human." He got like a little angry too. Like fuck you. Tom Lee knows what he's doing. We're gonna go to the moon. Sure, buddy. Sure. It's not looking like that. This looks like a bear flag on the MQ, by the way. Look at this. You guys see this bearish pattern here? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, elevator down again. Is this going to repeat? Another elevator down on a Friday? That's what it looks like to me. We're seeing a lot of stocks exhibit this kind of pattern. We like slowly climb up and then elevator down. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on too for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow's going to be fun to see if we get that elevator down. Am I seeing a bearish descending triangle on the Bitcoin daily chart since 1010? Joey Shaw is a case study. I hope he doesn't hear that. All I'm going to say is he had a divorce. He lost, I think, his house and a lot of money. And so he's just kind of doing stupid stuff to make everything back, I guess. So yeah. I already told him to, like, you need to pick up your big boy pants and move on and, start focusing on not trying to get rich quick. Because that's what he's doing. I mean, when you're buying MSTR calls like he is, that's just pure greed. And it's even worse because he buys calls and doesn't buy them 2 years out. And on top of that, he puts a little too much weight on what Tom Lee says. If Tom Lee says jump off a bridge, Joey Shaw is there at the edge of the bridge ready to jump off. So that's I don't listen to other people. I keep track of what other stocks, Zip Trader U and people on social media talk about so that I don't play them. And if I do play them, it's because I'm just going to get in and out and just take advantage of their following because they're going to cause a pump and dump. But that's about it. But it's rare. Like any stock that a big influencer's talking about, I'm like, okay, not going to focus on that. Let's focus on something else. TS, yeah, because you don't want to become reliant. You don't want to be the kind of trader that becomes over-reliant on someone else finding the plays for you. You don't want someone else, you don't want to be making money in the markets because someone else is pumping and dumping it. Because then you're not really a good trader. Because if you go off on your own, you're just going to be like, oh my God, I need an influencer to pump and dump so I can, ride the momentum for that day. So I don't do that.
It's rare that I jump into anything anyone is talking about. I think, didn't Zip Trader you talk about LAC? Didn't he talk about what is LAC doing? He talked about LAC if I recall. Yeah, it's Big Red. Yeah. Imagine if I jumped in like an idiot, following his advice. Screw that guy. He makes some great calls, but I think his calls are longer term. Like he talked about it, I think this day? Or, I don't remember what was it. Yes, I don't remember when he talked about it, but it was I guess a pump and dump, whatever. Uh, nah, I am in the Zip Trader U Discord, by the way. I am in the Zip Trader Discord. Let me see if I can show you that. I am in there. Who's talking right now? Shaw and Shaz. Shaw and Shaz and Shades. We all have SH in our names for some reason. Yeah, there you go. Zip Trader. I am in the Zip Trader Discord, but it's a Discord with 3,000 people. How the hell am I even gonna? Can I even get in touch with the Discord owner? Can I even get in touch with what's his face? Zip Trader U? I don't even know his real name. But shout out to Shaw and Shaz and me, Shades. Anyone else got SH in their name? Shebluk? Shebluk? Okay, I just butchered that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched the video of him talking about LAC. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy anything he mentions because he doesn't have the best entries. I don't even know if Zip Trader knows how to trade. Does he actually know how to trade? Has he ever live streamed himself trading? I've never seen him live stream trading. I think he's good at talking, but I think he has like a team of people behind him that do all the analysis for him. That's what it feels like, at least. But he does make some good calls. But like his entries short term are pretty. He's kind of like Joey Shaw. His entries are very bad short term. Because right now, anyone who bought LAC when he talked about it, they're about to be in the red or they're already in the red. Because his entries aren't that great. Usually, if Zip Trader U talks about a stock, take advantage of the pump and dump the day of it. Get in and get out with your profit. Then reposition for the swing trade once it pulls back. That's how you make money off of Zip Trader U's any stock he talks about. Trust me, I know that guy. How that guy works. I started with Moon Market and then moved on to Zip Trader U and yeah. Long story short, it's better to trade on your own. You will develop your own style, what works for you, find what stocks are your bread and butter, and then you can use other influencers to apply your strategies to take advantage of their pump and dumps because they have such a big channel that any stock they talk about is going to get like that 10%, 15% move the next day. So yeah, so that's how I guess I'm teaching you how to abuse influencer size of audience by watching their YouTube channel, and if they're talking about a stock, it's probably going to pump the next day. Just get in on the crossover or at open and ride it for the day. It's really easy, actually. I don't think I'll ever have that size of a YouTube channel. I think I have 8,000 subs or 7,800, something like that. I don't even keep track anymore. I still think of myself as a small channel. I'm still in my mind. I'm still 1,000 subs. Joey Shaw is a kid. Okay, I already read that. What do you think of Target? Target? Oh, that one's trash, no? Isn't that one like just tanking quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter? I mean, if you want to buy it and hold it for 2 years, but anyone who said that 2 years ago is not exactly happy. Let me put it that way. Anyone who said 2 years ago, hey man, it just dumped from 239 to 139, what a discount. Well, guess what? For the past 2 years, they've been very unhappy because it has not done much of anything. If you bought this year, you're still unhappy because it hasn't done anything these 2 years. And if you bought last year, guess what? You're holding red and it's still going down. So that's a pattern, and you do what you want with this information, but you might end up buying here thinking, man, what a discount, just like the people that thought that here, and then the next 2 years, it just keeps going down. I don't know what's going on with Target, but I will say this. I don't buy from Target. My family doesn't buy from Target. Nobody I know buys from Target. Everyone buys from Amazon now because their brand stuff is cheaper and you get more bang for your buck. So I don't know what I think Target is gonna kind of end up like. It's probably gonna end up like Kohl's or not Kohl's. I forgot what store it was. Five, no, not Five Below. Party City. No, I don't remember the name of the Kmart. Is Kmart still around or is it gone? There used to be Kmart's, right? And now they're gone, I think. Anyways, the point is Target. I think I think it's on its way out. I think it's on its way out. Because I've never bought off of Target. I don't know anyone who's buying off of Target. It's only been I don't know. We only ever buy on Amazon now, and now they offer Amazon groceries, so we don't buy from really anywhere else because you can get everything from Amazon. So Target can suck a fat one. If you want to buy it, go right ahead. Just don't be sad if it just tanks for another 2 years because these people have been very unhappy. They've been very unhappy. I made 21% SLV in like 7 minutes today. I was waiting for that little pullback and went in. SLV, I think, yeah, silver. Oh, dude, I remember buying silver. Dude, was it 2 years ago? It dumped to like $19 a coin or some shit. Like, yeah, like $20 an ounce. And I actually bought the physical silver from, what was it, JM Bullion or something? I don't remember the name of the website, but I actually bought the physical silver. Then I had to actually physically go to a gold store nearby, a bullion store or whatever, bullion. And I sold it for a 20% profit. I flipped it because I bought it at like 20, and then I sold it at like 20. What was it, 22 or something like that. It was very weird to show up with like a bunch of silver coins and yes, here's my bag of coins, and then I realized like, man, I'll just buy the silver ETF. That's what I should have done, but I didn't know any better. I thought you had to actually buy physical silver. It felt nice to have like a little tub of silver. Like just sitting there, like you could just like grab it and move it around in your hands and feel the weight, right? Like 16 ounces feels really good of silver, especially the big 10-ounce bar, like a 10-ounce silver bar in your hand feels really good. A 10-ounce silver bar is what, like $500 now? Man, back then it was cheap. It was like 220 with the premium, I believe. Yeah, I love silver, but not at these prices, and I may never see $20 again. I was waiting for $20 again, spot, but it didn't happen. So, I may never have a silver bucket of silver coins ever again. That might have been the only time in my life I'll have physical silver. I kind of miss it. It was nice to look to my right and like, damn, I actually have like literal like I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate. Same, I don't buy that, LOL. I buy on Amazon too, so I am indeed an Amazon with leaps. You see, I can agree with Amazon. I would just wait though. You don't want to end up like Joey Shaw. Amazon, if I were to buy leaps, I would just wait and see. Well, it is at the purple line. Let me remove everything else. This one does love to come under the purple line quite a bit though. Here it touched it and ran, went under it quite a bit, $20. Here it went under it 30, like yeah, $30. So notice how it does come back to the purple line, but it goes under it like quite a bit though. Like here it went down $30 from the purple line. 30, what was this? $40 from the purple line. So this one does come down under the purple line, but it comes down under it quite a bit. So if I'm buying calls, I'm not buying them here. I'm probably going to wait to see if it comes down to 200 on the dot, because that's a big psychological level. 200, nice round number. So that's what I'm waiting for. If it does come down that low, I'm going to write a note for myself. I don't see how Target doesn't disappear in the future. That's just my opinion. Sorry if you're a Target fan. I hope you're not a Target fan. That's so weird. Who goes to Target? I don't go. Who goes to the store? By the way, congratulations to anyone still holding the gold. This gold that we bought. I think if you bought and still holding, I mean, I would continue to hold. Yeah, because it's already up, what, 30-something% from when we alerted it. So you're looking good. I would still hold it for the 10-cent target. I'm still going to buy the other, the gold ETF is better to buy. Just safer, more reliable. I don't know anything about that gold company. Hey, what's up? Awesome, awesome. I'm just gonna call you awesome. Good morning, awesome. Track guy 541. Server only going to keep going up. I bought some coins from Bullion. Coins. I missed those coins. I should not have sold them. I should have held. Yeah, who the hell buys from Target? Who does that? I don't buy from Target. I've never bought. I have not bought from Target since like 2012. If no, wait, no, that's a lie. Probably like 2018 was the last time I bought from Target, and against my will, because my friend was like, "Hey, let's go to Target, and we'll stop by the PetSmart to get some, some stuff for the cats, because he has cats." And yeah, that's the last. Yeah, it was before COVID, probably like in 2018, was the last time I went to PetSmart, in physically speaking, and the last time I went to a Target. So yeah, that's interesting. That it was what, 7 years ago. Sheesh. Who goes to those? That's just you're a weirdo if you go to those. Target. I order my Amazon pet food too, so I don't. There's no need for me to go anywhere at this point. Yeah. So this whole week has just been a lot of waiting for the elevator down, I assume. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little lesson. I'm going to teach you a little lesson here, Mr. Awesome. Is RDW a good buy right now, or is it still declining? Stocks are always going to decline. Get used to stocks going red and green. Wait, didn't someone ask me this one? Someone asked me about this one already, and I told them the same thing. This should tank. This is a shoulder. This is a head. This is a shoulder. That means we drop. So, yeah, that's gonna come down. That's gonna come down. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's the pattern is there. It should come down. And that's why it's not. There's no buyers today. It's red. So it should come down to sevens. If I'm gonna buy, it would be at sevens, and even then I'd be a little skeptical. It depends on what happens with the market as a whole. KSEP looking good right now? I would expect it to drop. If the market's going to drop, we would expect this to go under the purple line. So I'm waiting for fives. I'm really betting on the market tanking on Friday for some reason. I just got a feeling. Because every Friday, for some goddamn reason, Trump just decides, hey, today I'm going to open my big mouth. So we'll see. We need to see a lot of stocks break out. But yeah, no, KSCP adding at fives. I'm looking to add at fives. Oh God, what the hell did they just say in the Discord? What the hell did they? I just read something on Discord. What did I just read? Shaz, every time Shades mentions your name in his live, I'll buy RR. Sheesh, that's a lot of RR. Let me check. Oh, yeah. RR is gonna drop to fives. Oh, should I buy back my puts? Nah. No. I'm not gonna buy back the puts. Or maybe I should. See, if I buy them back, I'll wait till end of day to make the decision. I'm not gonna buy them back right now. I'll wait till end of day. 350 shares so far. Don't tell anybody, but I think Shades is a little gay for me. LMAO, I'll have to let them down easy. At this rate, I might 1K shares by end of the day. You're welcome, LOL. Yeah, those blue eyes, man. Those blue eyes. I don't know what it is about those blue eyes, man. Every time I look at those blue eyes, I'm like, man, if only he wasn't a complete fool in the stock market. I had to roast you there if you're watching, Joey Shaw. Like, man, if this guy wasn't a complete idiot in the stock market. Okay, jokes aside, let's continue here. Looks like the next level down on RDW is 750. Yeah, it's going to be sevens for that one. It's going to be sevens for sure. NUAI still looking like it's going to break down. NVTS isn't going much of anywhere. If anything, I buy gold today. Like, that's about it. That's the only thing that's worth buying to me. TEM... AVGO trying to break out, but it's not. This happened last Friday. Didn't this happen last Friday? You guys remember? Yeah, right here. Not last Friday. Was it last Thursday? No, it was Friday. So this Friday right here, October 10, this stock tried to break out, and instead it just, took an elevator down with the market. Stair stepping up, failing to break out above 360 to go to 370, especially with TSM having good earnings. This looks like another stock that's going to do an elevator down. That's what it looks like. NUAI, I'm interested in that one. Is it going to come down? If it comes down, at what level though? Let me check the EMMAs. What EMMA does it respect? None of them? Maybe the 50? Yeah, no. I'll have to reanalyze later. I can't find it. A particular level to buy at. But yeah, that AVGO, it's just kind of doing the same thing it did last time. It's failing to break out higher towards the end of the week. Meanwhile, gold is going up. Palantir, this is why I was saying this literally like 30 minutes ago. I said, stair step up, Friday, elevator. Stair step up, Friday, elevator. Stair step up. I mean, we would expect an elevator down tomorrow. This has to break out today. If not, I expect elevator tomorrow. I'm almost tempted to buy puts. Maybe I could, if I want to be safe, I could buy one put and then one call. And then just close the call and then let the put run is what would be the safe thing. That would be the safe thing to do. Obviously, I don't make as much because I'd be taking the loss on the call. But again, I'm trying to play it safe here while still making money without having to think about direction at that point. Yeah, when we're directionless like this, it's always better to just buy one call and one put, and whichever direction it goes, cool. I still make money, less because my gains are going to be capped because I have a, because I'm playing both sides, but you still walk away with money. And that one, Palantir can drop like $10 easily as well. I would buy a put at the money and then a call out of the money. That way the put, if it does go down, I can close the call at a much smaller loss and still make money off the put. Trump speaks at 3 p.m. Eastern today or tomorrow? At 3 p.m. Eastern today or tomorrow? Because if it's tomorrow, that's concerning. If it's today, that's also concerning. In fact, he should just shut up. But the thing is, the market right now is reacting to Trump. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting there waiting for Trump to say something. That's it. That's what the market's been doing. It's just waiting for Trump to talk. So Trump, please open your big mouth, I guess. I hope he's not talking today at 3 p.m. Eastern. I think that would be 2 p.m. my time. Tesla's been going sideways here for what, a month now? I can measure it. Let me grab my tool. Yeah, it's been going sideways for 35 days, so a whole month. Last time it did this, it tanked to the purple line, so it looks like a rinse. That looks like a very, very ugly head and shoulders as well. And this one every Friday has sold off. So, yeah. It's another day of doing nothing. This sucks. I can't do anything. I need to wait for things to calm down. MSTR barely holding on. I'm going to say Joey Shaw again, so Shaz has to buy another whatever 50 shares or whatever she said. That's yep, another 50 because I said Joey Shaw, another 50 shares for you. Anyways, BMNR, dude. Tom Lee is not your friend. That's another lesson right here. This is a lesson. So pay very close attention, right? Pay very close attention. Get the earbud right in there. Get it all in there because you need both earbuds for this one. So here's a lesson. Lesson number 1. Tom Lee is not your friend. Tom Lee is human. He will make mistakes, and people are gonna hate him when he does make a big mistake. Tom Lee, the data does not lie. I also am very data based, but I've also been wrong because sometimes Tom Lee cannot control if China decides to attack Taiwan. Tom Lee cannot control whether China decides to cause a trade war and give Donald Trump the finger. Tom Lee cannot control anything, quite frankly. All he can control is I'm going to look at the data and just go off of that like I do. Which is why I'm sitting here for the past 3 days doing nothing, really. Just hedging a lot. And just buying the ones that I'm okay with holding down because I know they always come back up. Tom Lee is human. Tom Lee can be wrong. Tom Lee cannot control if China decides to do something that causes markets to come down. It's that simple. But you know what Joey Shaw is thinking? He's thinking, God damn, Shaz, you're buying a lot of our art today. That's what he's thinking. But yeah, no. Please, influencers are not your friend. Zip Trader U's not your friend. Tom Lee's not your friend. Whatever. Like, these people are not your friend. Lesson number 2. To follow that up, lesson number 2. This is the most important lesson. Lesson number 2 is more important. Well, I guess an influencer is your friend if they tell you, yes, we're friends, I guess. But they tend not to be your friend. Especially the ones that are like fake and just out to get your money and scam you. Because I've had people join my Discord and tell me, yeah, I joined the Discord and they were just scammers. And they took their money basically. Those do exist, by the way. So you're lucky if you've never been in one of those scammy Discords. But this is a real Discord. I'm a real person and I make mistakes. I am human. I'm not Tom Lee. I'm not super duper or whatever stupid, whatever Joey Shaw's thinking. Okay, so the stock market is not your friend. That's number 2. The stock market is not your friend. It's not there to help you out, right? If you're holding a bag, it's not gonna, Shaz is holding a bag. Let me, the stock market's not gonna look at Shaz and go, oh wow, she's so pretty. Let's go up a few points so she can get her bag out. It doesn't care about Joey Shaw's blue eyes. The stock market's not your friend. It's not going to look at Joey Shaw's blue eyes and go, wow, those blue eyes are wow. Like, I need to go up, a few thousand points so he can get his MSTR bags out. Like, it doesn't care. It does not give a fuck. I've had too many people, they act like the stock market's their buddy. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's nobody's friend. In fact, you should write this down. Always assume that the stock market is out to get you. Always assume that the stock market's not your friend. It's out to get you. It's actually your enemy. It wants to screw you over. If the stock market wants to fuck as many people over as possible, I'm telling you right now, if the stock market wants to fuck over so many people right now that are leveraged still, that are in this euphoria, the time to tank would be this month. Sometime this month would be the time to start tanking, because I've seen this before at the beginning of the year when we had that 4-month downturn, bear market, whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of people join my Discord at that time, and can you guess what those people were telling me? They were telling me, hey, President Trump, he's in office, or he's gonna be in office. So I think the next, I think this whole year, this entire year of 2025 is gonna be like the best bull market ever. That's what these people were telling me. I think there are some MAGA in my Discord. I don't know. I don't know. I don't ask. Don't care about politics. But I don't give a damn. I'm smack dab down the middle. But I'm telling you right now. I don't take sides. But I am telling you, it's better not to take sides. You never want to be too bullish nor too bearish. You always want to be just skeptical and pay attention to what the charts are telling you. And I'm telling you right now, so many people joined that were Trump fans. Seb Luke is one of them. And they were all kind of just telling me like, yeah, it's going to be the best. Next 4 years are going to be incredible for the bull market. And guess what happened? Guess what happened at the start of 2025? Can you guess what happened? We can even check right now. Can you guess what happened in 2025? Let's look at the SPY, the top 500 companies. Where is it? It just ran away from me. Let's look at the SPY. What happened at the beginning of the year? What happened? You can see right now at the beginning of the year what happened. January, we went sideways here, and then we tanked from February 20, hit a low in April 4, and we dropped quite a bit because this is the top 500 companies dropping from 607 to a low of 479. That's a lot. That's a lot of points for that to be dropping. It should not drop like that. So at the beginning of this year, when all these people were joining the Discord, I was kind of like thinking to myself, well, if all these people who are Trump fans are joining my Discord because they think the stock market's going to go to the moon because Trump is in office, if I was the stock market, what would I do? I would fuck everyone over by going into a 4-month downtrend, and that's exactly, or 2-month downtrend or whatever, and that's exactly what it did. It went sideways, then dropped for until April, where it bottomed out. And I remember calling it out. I told people, like, if the stock market wants to fuck people over, it drops at the beginning of this year, and it did. And I'm telling you right now the same thing. If the stock market wants to fuck over a lot of people right now, the best thing it can do is drop. Just absolutely tank again. Because it'll fuck so many people over, especially the leveraged ones. This is why I haven't been alerting calls on NVIDIA. I stopped alerting calls on NVIDIA and Palantir. Because it's just it just don't feel right, man. I've seen this before already. And recently, a bunch of people joined the Discord, and it's just a pattern, and I don't know why. It always seems like a lot of people just join my Discord. Like I get a surge of like 20 plus people that join every time we're getting close to the end of the bull run, or at least we're gonna go into a 4-month downtrend. So yeah, that's lesson number 2. If you ever start your own Discord and a lot of people start joining, probably going to go into a downtrend for 2 to 4 months, or possibly an extended bear market that lasts a whole year. Probably means, that's probably a signal. It's a signal at this point for me. Another thing is, the stock market is not your friend. Always assume it's not your friend and that it's looking out to get you. And always assume it's going to do whatever it takes to screw you out of your money as much as possible. So when you have that mentality, you're a lot more cautious. You respect the stock market, right? You're not just being greedy and gambling and throwing money around. So that's my mindset, I guess. I'm giving you a look into my mindset, my psychology, I guess, when it comes to the stock market. I respect the stock market. I know it's not my friend. I know it's out to get me. I know that it'll look to screw me over as much as possible. So I'm just going to respect it and play it as safe as possible, which is why I'm consistent and profitable, etc., etc. Because you're not going to see me gambling. If I was a gambler, I would have doubled down on RR stock, not sold it off, and I would have disrespected my rule of not holding down to my average. But I follow my rules, so yeah, the stock market, write that down. It is not your buddy. It is not. It is not. Take advantage of it and get out and then do it all over again if you have a strategy that works. LOL, I love this mindset. You should never assume you are safe. Yes, that's I probably just said the long-winded version of that. You should never assume you are safe. Exactly. That's why I sold QBTS when I did. I just wanted my 22% knowing I am a noob. I like that we're using Call of Duty terms. I am a noob and I shouldn't take it for granted. Stop loss is always your best friend. A trailing stop loss is always your best friend too. But here's the thing, Mike. A stop loss is your best friend for sure, but your best friend can't help you overnight while you're sleeping. And that's kind of true in real life because he's probably sleeping too. Funny how that works. But yeah. I think I missed one. Never heard of Pokemon Aggron. No, I've never watched Pokemon. Never heard the theme song. I don't do anything Pokemon. Nope. I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't. I know it exists, but I don't know anything about it beyond its existence. Like Pokemon, what is that? I know it exists. That's about it. That's the extent of my knowledge of Pokemon. Like, wow, that exists? Wow, that's interesting. How do you implement stop loss when ordering? That depends on your broker. It depends on your broker. My broker allows me to do a market order and then a conditional stop loss after the market order is filled. So it does one then the other after. But it depends on what you're using. I don't know. It depends on your broker. I can't answer that. Not specific enough of a question. Apple looks like a bear flag right there. I swear, if we get a drop tomorrow, some of you need to like give me a something. I don't know what. A clap? No, you don't need to give me anything. I know I'm good at this shit. I'm good at it because I just respect the stock market and I respect what the charts tell me. I'm not gonna be like Joey Shaw. That's another 50 shares. I'm not going to be like Joey Shaw and just assume, man, this guy, Tom Lee, let me get on my knees for that guy. Like, come on, man. He's a human. He can make mistakes. And you might have to learn the hard way by losing a lot of money to learn that, hey, maybe next time don't take what someone says as gospel. Some people have to learn that lesson. I think we talked about that yesterday in the Discord. There's a lot of new members that joined, and they have to kind of get the fear beaten out of them. Like it's one of my buddies. I kind of want to call him a friend. He's a really good guy. What's his name? Trucker Jeff. Yeah, Trucker Jeff. Trucker Jeff. Me and him are always talking, and he called it basic army training. Like when you join my Discord, you have to go through the basic training, and it's gonna be grueling and it's gonna suck. Like you need to get the fear beaten out of you more than anything. You need to get the fear beaten out of you. Like when you join my Discord, you need to go through basic training and absolutely hold a big bag all the way down, 80% down. And then when it goes back up, to your average, and then it goes up another 100% on top of that, you're going to be like, oh my God, it did come back up for me. And I still made money. Whoa. And then the next time it happens, like, huh. So if I just wait for the purple line, I don't have to hold the bag all the way down. And I'll make way more when it goes back up. So you kind of have to go through like this training stage is how Jeff put it. And he's right. It's kind of like training. Because my style of trading it's not like Zip Trader U. This ain't like this isn't like the Zip Trader U Discord. Where I don't even know if that guy even talks to people, quite frankly. But like I've been in Zip Trader U's Discord and other Discords. And I know the best way to help people is just to talk to them. Number one. Number two. You got to actually ask questions and get to know them a little bit to see what the fuck kind of psychology person you're dealing with because some people are just gamblers and they don't want to admit it. You kind of have to get it out of them. And sometimes I'm too nice. Sometimes I try to be like, look, lady, you're fucking up. I don't care that you're 50, 60, 80, 1,000. I don't care. You're fucking up. You need to stop gambling because that's what you're doing when you're buying short-term dated calls. And a lot of people, unfortunately, always come at me with that same sob story of, yeah, I'm kind of fucked because I just bought short-term dated calls, and yeah. And then I have to tell them, the stock market is not your friend. Don't assume that it's just going to go up just because it's gone up every other month. The data can be right most of the time. Sometimes the data, sometimes patterns change. Let me put it that way. I forgot where I was going. I got discombobulated. Let's see, stop losses over here. How do you implement stop loss? I should have taken profits on USAR when it hit 43. It is down to like 31 today. Got too greedy. Let me check that. I think, let me see. I don't remember what. Why is this not on my watch list? It should be on my watch list. USAR is the one that doesn't have government contracts, correct? Is MP also down? Because if MP goes down even lower, I'm adding more. I love stocks with government contracts. I love them. MP, yeah, again, it looks like we're getting ready for a big drop. That's what it looks like. USAR doesn't have government contracts, if I recall, so it's not really on my radar. It's like, should I buy the king of minerals? I mean, of rare earth elements, or should I buy the one that, who the hell knows if it's even going to get a government contract? Who cares? I don't care. I'm just going to stick to, the one that actually has government contracts, and yeah. That's about it. So that's why I don't pay attention to USAR. But 43, Oh man, you really didn't sell here? That was a sell right there. No, I'm surprised you should have asked me 4 days ago. Yeah, that was a sell at 40. Like you could have sold at 38. If you had asked me 4 days ago, you could have sold at 38 because that was a sell. Look at that candle. That's a sell candle right there. That's your signal to like I need to get out. At best, the red candle that followed tomorrow would have been your reversal. These two candles equals reversal. Yeah, like maybe you could have sold at 38 even on the next day because you had a second opportunity here to sell. Yeah, you missed out on like $7 per share. You should have asked me like a couple of days ago. I would have told you to sell. That's not a buy. That's not a buy up there. That's a definite like this green candle here. It's green, but that doesn't mean anything. Look at all that selling pressure. This candle alone is telling you like be very cautious because we might reverse. The next candle, a big red candle, that's this combination here. That means it's time to get out if you're smart, because you don't want to hold it down to your average. I've seen too many people do that. So next time, better ask. Like because I would have told you like that's a. I rarely even read candles. What do I usually tell you guys? Purple line, blue line, red line, MACD, RSI. Like I don't really even talk about the specific candles. It's rare that I do, but this one was like super obvious. So write that one down next time. If you see this pattern here, time to get out, or maybe just ask Shades. Hey, I'm seeing this pattern again, because this pattern does appear often in a lot of stocks. You can even see it back then. Back then it went to 1855. Same exact pattern. Look at that. Green candle, but it got pushed down from 18 to a low of 15. And then the next candle was red and it dropped. And it tanked from a high of 18 to a low of $8. So same exact pattern. So if you see this pattern next time, just respect the pattern and take the profit. Now you know, like this pattern repeats. So screenshot this if you have to. Let me drink some chamomile or chamomile, however you pronounce it. Is stop loss only available on certain brokerages? If your brokerage doesn't have stop losses, you might have opened an investment brokerage, but not a trading brokerage. So that's all I'm going to say with regards to that. Awesome. That would be weird if no stop loss available on a brokerage. I don't know what brokerage you opened. Are you from the U.S.? Because I always tell people just to use Schwab. But if you're not from the U.S., I can't help you because I don't know what's available outside of the U.S. RGTI is tanking. Glad I'm not holding. Oh, I feel sorry for dude. Is it just me? I swear I saw a video from Zip Trader U, and he alerted calls on RGTI. Am I crazy? Can someone confirm? I swear I saw a video of his. I think it was it yesterday or 2 days ago? He said that he alerted RGTI calls. And if those people bought calls, boy oh boy, are they down quite a bit on those. And I'm going to have to rewatch that video because I swear this guy, I don't think he knows how to. I think he trades off of the due diligence, but I don't think he actually looks at charts unless he knows something about RGTI, a catalyst that's coming. I swear he alerted calls like a few days ago. So anyone who's bought those are literally may have bought them at a top, which is strange. That's a very strange call from him. I'll have to rewatch his most recent videos and listen for it, but I swear he alerted calls on one of these. Or maybe it was LAC. I don't remember. This is why I left. I didn't leave the Zip Trader U Discord. I didn't. I'm still in it, obviously, but I just don't really, I don't really even go in there, quite frankly. Today's probably the first day I went in there, quite frankly. I don't get much value out of that Discord. I think it cost me like $500 to join, and I was just kind of like, well, I learned nothing. I'm just going to go learn on my own by making the mistakes and adapting. And then I'll start my own Discord, and then here I am today. I actually have my own Discord streaming and all that. You never know where that's going to take you. But some Discords are just not very valuable. Like, they don't teach you shit. And some Discord, funny enough, and I hate to say this, the really big Discords are the worst ones because the person that has all the strategies, that knows what the hell they're doing, Zip Trader U, in this case, is what I'm talking about. they can't really help you. Like you really can't get that one-on-one with them because their Discord is just so big. So I would say smaller Discords are more valuable because you can maybe get that one-on-one, because that one-on-one is more infinitely more valuable than any amount of, joining a Discord with 5,000 people is just, to me, that's worthless. That's why I quote unquote left it, or just don't touch it. It's just there. I watch his videos still, but even then, most of the stuff he talks about, I don't get in, unless I really like the due diligence. But even then, usually he talks about the stock after it's already moved. So I'm like, well, I'm not buying that. I'm gonna wait for it to come down. So yeah. I should make a video called how to abuse Zip Trader U, and his followers. If he talks about a stock and the setup looks like this, buy and then ride it up for that green candle, ride the pump, and then take profit end of day, and then let them hold the bag, and then reposition for the big swing trade once it comes back to a certain level. I've noticed this pattern over and over again with Zip Trader U. He'll talk about a stock, it's already moved, or it's about to move because he's pumping it, and you can just ride the momentum for the day of, and then position for this big swing trade, because he's a good trader, or whatever the hell he does. Again, I think he's good at talking, but he has other people do the due diligence. I don't know. I've never seen him stream and talk like I do, so I can't assume anything. But so I'm not gonna assume he doesn't know how to trade. Clearly, he must know something, but he doesn't. He never talks about it. So I don't. I wish more YouTubers would just talk to their audience and like tell us like, their mindset, their psychology, why they do the things they do, how they do it. That's more helpful than just, blah, 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 blah. So yeah. I can't believe it. Am I just going on Zip Trader U and and Joey Shaw? That's another 50 shares on our R. Haha, no worries. Just know that Agron is awesome. Sorry, I'm 40 years old, so I don't know what Agron even means. LOL, I sold RGT at 20, thinking sellers would be what? Let me see. Well, at least I'll get another shot at it. Yeah, you'll get another opportunity on RGTI. Wait, don't buy yet unless you see buyers show up with strength. So if we didn't set ourselves up with the right sells, do we start to sell off now? I realize I have no idea what to do next. Well, that depends on what stocks you're in. I can't help you if you don't tell me what stocks you're in. Yeah, still way too extended. Waiting for 50 EMA minimum. Same, I'm waiting for the 50 EMA on some of these stocks. Melly is the name of my sister. So shout out to her. Not that she's watching. She's a Gen whatever. What about it? Goddamn, that thing is $2,000. I didn't know this was a thing. Let me look at that monthly time frame. Let me look at the yearly time frame. Whoa, what happened in 2020-21? I guess COVID really screwed it over. Monthly, weekly, daily. I don't see any. Is this a trend here? Well, if this is not a buy right now, look at that weekly candle. I would wait for at least the touch of this trend line. So around, yeah, I would wait for like 1950 to 2000 and see if buyers show up, because buyers aren't showing up. This is a big red week. Okay, I'm gonna stick to playing options on the QQQ and gold and silver up or down. We eat because the market is looking sus. I've been saying that for like a week and a half now, or 2 weeks now. I'm like, guys, just sit back. Is that daily candles? No, that's weekly, I guess. I don't know how far delayed my video feed is. Yes, I am in the U.S. So use Schwab, please. If you're in the U.S., use Schwab or join Moomoo. I use Moomoo as well. Either or works. You need to use someone that actually allows stop losses. Because Schwab has Thinkorswim, so you can actually, you can just set an order to buy at market, then immediately set a conditional statement to set a trailing stop. And because that's what I recommend for beginners is a trailing stop. That way you lock in profit and you don't have to think about anything if you're a beginner. I've never talked about stop strategy, right? Yeah, I rarely talk about stop strategy because I don't need stops. Because I stop myself out. Or I'm buying good companies so I know they're going to come back up for me. So, yeah. I rarely talk about stop loss strategy, but maybe I'll make a video on that later on. The trailing stop is what I would recommend for beginners. I am using public and apparently does have stop loss. Need to figure how it works, I guess. Yeah, you got to figure it out. Public? What the hell is that? Is that actually a brokerage? I think Trucker Jeff uses public, and I told him, what the hell is that? That's garbage. Yeah, Trucker Jeff moved over to Schwab now. So, yeah, he's sitting on Sybil. He's doing good. He's fine. Yeah, I've never heard of public. As soon as Trucker Jeff told me about public, I was like, what the hell is that? That's... What is that? Is that a brokerage for old people? Because that's usually the old people are the ones using public. Karu954. I'm assuming nothing is a buy today again. Yeah, you are assuming correct. I am buying nothing. Nothing. Everything looks like it wants to elevator down tomorrow, Friday. So, unless we break out towards the end of the day, today's a whole lot of nothing again. That's the hardest part. I tell people, hardest part is just sitting back and recognizing, man, this does not look good. Let's just wait. Let's wait. No, you don't lose money waiting. You don't make money waiting. That's the thing. You don't want to force something and then lose, and then you're like, ah. Especially after how extended everything is. He's good at finding early trades. Yeah, I agree with that. He's good at doing his due diligence, but his positioning is what I hate. Because sometimes he alerts stuff that I'm like, that doesn't make sense technically, but I guess he trusts his due diligence enough that he knows it's going to go up. So he has a strategy that does work for him. I just would like to see him stream so I can watch and hear him talk about his psychology, his mindset. That's what I want. So I can study him. I watched Tom Lee, just like Joey Shaw. That's another 50 shares of RR for Shaz. Shaw, Shaz, Shades. That's a trio right there. We can start a band or something. He's good at finding early trades. Yeah, I agree. But I just want to know more about the psychology, his strategy, why it works, why he thinks the way he does, why he alerts sometimes where it doesn't make sense technically. Dude, if I ever met... what's his name again? Zip Trader U. I would ask him a lot of questions, mainly to figure out what his strategy is and why he thinks the way he does. More pick at his brain. If you want to pick at my brain and you're in the Discord, just send me a message and tell me, hey, let's get into a call. I'm having a call with someone in the Discord scheduled for Monday morning. So I'm going to get into a call with that person, that new member, and we're going to talk and let's see what they have to say. I'll figure them out. I've had enough calls with enough people to know already what I'm dealing with. If I'm in a call with Joey Shaw, I already knew when I first met Shaw, I knew right away because the first thing that Joey Shaw mentioned to me was his divorce, and I was like, okay, dealing with an older guy, recently got divorced, he's smoking blunts to cope. Okay, I think I'm dealing with a gambler, and let's see what he does. And then from there, I was right. It turns out he was a gambler. So I can figure people out pretty quick. I can just tell right away upon talking to them on Discord, hearing their voice, them telling me their background, their story. I know already automatically where to categorize them and what I need to do with them to get them to where I am. If they want to get to where I am. Because anyone can get to my level. I am not special. Graduated high school in 5 years because I couldn't do geometry for shit. Dropped out of several colleges, 4 or 5 of them, each time studying something different. Studying baking and pastry the first time, second time I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. There's no money in that, or the kind of money that I wanted to make. So I started studying something in the healthcare sector. I forgot what it was. Was it the guy that delivers babies? That I don't remember the name. I don't remember, but some kind of program that I was going to get into. Then I studied a bunch of shit and I went nowhere. Let me put it that way. I am not special. I am not a genius. I just learned the hard way by making mistakes, because Zip Trader U and all those other big discords, they can't really have that one-on-one, which is really what I wanted, so I can learn as much as possible. So I had to do it on my own, and now here I am to help others. I am not special. If you can get to my level, if I can do it, I know that anyone else can. Our worst trader in the Discord, Shebluk, just because I want him to have the SH, he is profitable, and he does like the stupidest shit ever. So if he can do it, I know that anyone can. So that's all I got to say. I forgot what I don't even know why I'm talking about this. What was I saying? I forget now. How far are you gonna BBAI drop before you buy more? A BBAI, I think I'm waiting for a touch of a Emma. I was looking, man, I have no lights on. What am I doing? BBAI, yeah. So it got rejected here. We would expect this to come down to 7s. 7s is where it's holding big support down here. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 7s. I want to see if it holds 7s. If it doesn't hold 7s, we come down to 640 and then the purple line. So those are the levels I'm watching for. The purple line is at 550, which if it comes down to 550, if it comes down to that purple line, you better believe I'm not going to hesitate. I'm buying again because we did it last time. There was a lot of money made there. So on that move. So I'm gonna see how it reacts to these levels, and then if it just continues lower, I'll buy at the purple line. At the purple line is where I want it though. So I use E-Trade and Webull. Any thoughts on those brokerages? My thoughts on Webull specifically. My bad, my mic cut out, I think. My mic cut out. Let me just check my OBS settings. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good. Hopefully you can hear me. I think my mic cut out for a second. Hey, any thoughts on those brokerages? They're fine. I don't think Webull allows OTC. So some people have had to switch over to Schwab to buy Sybil. I don't know if E-Trade allows buying of penny stocks, but yeah. I like Schwab because it allows me to buy anything. Like there's no restrictions. Like there's never any problems with Schwab. Like Robinhood didn't allow you to sell last week. Was it last Friday? Like there were people trying to sell and they couldn't sell. So Schwab has never had any issues like that. Like you can just sell and buy, at least for me. But then again, I don't trade meme stocks, so maybe that's why I've never had any issues with selling or buying. So that's why I always tell people like just use Schwab. But E-Trade, never heard of it, quite frankly. Webull, I've heard of it. I think it's good. I got nothing to say about that one other than it doesn't allow you to buy those penny stocks, I think, if I recall. Yeah, BBI, again, watch for those 7s and then 6 and purple line. Purple line is the ideal place to buy. Let me see. Does it respect? What EMA was it? I think there was an EMA that it respects, but I don't remember. Nah. I think the levels are very clear here. Zip Trader U strikes me as more of a breakout momentum trader. Also big into options. Do you watch the purple line on the daily or weekly? I watch it on both the daily and the weekly. If BBI goes to 550, would that be incredible? Yeah, if it does go to 550, I'm gonna load up because that has been money every single time. I love stocks who come down to the purple line and have government contracts, work with the government in some way. It's just very hard to lose on those. You just buy them at the purple line and then they pump, take the 30 to 50 or 100% and move on. And rinse and repeat it if it just keeps coming down. How do you determine where the purple line is? Is it self-defined? It's calculated on its own. You don't determine it. It just does it on its own. So I bought BBI at 6.35. Should I sell it today? 635. Here's another guy. You should have asked me like a few days ago. Yeah, so on this big green candle, you would not sell because it still looks good. This green candle here, this is a small body. This would be like caution. Like be careful because it might not go higher. and then what followed was a big red candle, that would have been your sell. It's the exact same pattern as that other stock that one guy asked me about. So when you see this, that's a reversal. Little green candle body and a lot of sticks. Yeah. When it's showing you all that, I don't know how to phrase. I was about to say when it's showing you all the when there's no meat to that candle, and then it's followed by a big red candle, it's a reversal sign. So you should have sold that 8.47 at best. If you wanted to be a little more cautious, you would have sold that 8.92. So yeah, that's a reversal sign. Always pay attention. Like I said, screenshot this. Screenshot this. When you see this kind of pattern, a small little body on a candle like this with lots of sticks, a big like sticks everywhere, and then it's followed by a big red candle. It's time to get out. Like that's like your last warning. Like get out now because this thing's gonna start dropping. That's usually what it means. So I mean, it happened here too, right? That's your warning sign. That was a warning sign here too as well. And then it was followed by a big red candle, and it just started dropping. So just kind of, that's just how it is. Like you just got to learn how to identify this pattern. I appreciate your feedback, and I agree. Shout out to, oh, wow, that's one hell of a name. I'm just going to call him Zoki. Shout out to Zoki. Zane, can you please see Naka? What is there to see? God damn, this is garbage. This is the worst trash I've ever seen in my life. This reminds me of color stock. It reminds me of Mullen stock. It's just a stock that's tanking. It's been tanking since forever. It's just tanking. This is absolute trash. It's a buy right now, yeah, but it's a buy right now. It is, technically speaking, but yeah. Good luck is all I will say to you. Can you, when you see candles like that, maybe go to lower 1 hour or less time frames to look for cross under as sell signal? No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't know. You can do that. You can try it if you want. That's for you to test. If you see something that I don't, that's, maybe you might develop your own strategy. You might be like, okay, buy at purple line, and then if cross under on 1 hour, sell. Like that's for you to figure out. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But you can absolutely try it and report back your findings because you might find a better sell signal. Maybe. I don't use my sell signal is not a cross under. My sell signal is either I skill out at specific levels, or I already know, hey, this one loves to move 50%, so I will sell at 50%. If it goes another 1,000% after I sell, I don't care. So yeah. I sell at levels, not exactly. I don't know any. If you want to use a 1 hour cross under, go right ahead. Like go right ahead. If it works, fantastic. You got to test that. That's something you have to test. I don't test anything. I don't do any new strategies or test anything because I already found what works, and I don't. It's very time consuming. Very time consuming. It took me probably a year minimum to find my strategies. And test them over and over and over and over and over and over. And adjusting the variables and testing again. It's super time consuming to actually develop a strategy and take it. If you're taking it seriously, it's super time consuming. Super time consuming. So yeah, I don't. You can go ahead and test it, and maybe it's a better sell signal. I don't know. That's for you to write down. You have to write down. Step 1, buy at purple line. Step 2, if I see green candle with small body and lots of sticks, and then followed by red candle. Step 3, look at 1 hour time frame cross under on MACD or whatever. And then you have your variables. Now you got to test the shit out of it and figure out what's optimal. Because The time consuming part of developing a strategy is the optimizing, because you want to optimize it to make the most money and to lose the least amount, well, without sacrificing certain things within those all those variables and within the system. I'm not gonna get too technical because I can go on and on about developing systems and strategies, but yeah, it's very 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 time consuming. Even if you take my strategy, if you're gonna test some new shit on it, expect it to take a while to even develop it. Even if you're just gonna take my strategy and turn it into your own thing, especially if you're doing it right, because you got to optimize it. You want it to be optimal. If you're going to be doing this for a living, if you find something that works, you better optimize it because you want to make as much as possible every time, because it adds up, right? If you find a strategy that makes you $10 every day, let's say, but if you optimize it and you see that you can make an extra buck, that extra buck doesn't sound like a lot, but a dollar times 200 trading days, that's $200 over the course of 10 years. That's an extra, whatever. It's a lot. It adds up. Now this is just an example. Obviously, you're gonna miss out on more than a dollar. You're gonna miss out on a lot more. So optimizing is the tough part, because you have to be constantly manipulating the variables and figuring out what's optimal. Trailing stop, regular stop, a stop and then move it up to break even. Stop and move it up. Like what kind of stop? 10-cent stop? What kind of volatility? There's all these variables that it's not as easy as you think. It takes a long time if you're doing it right. Let me see. Is that daily candle? What am I reading? I asked yesterday. I said wait another day. Let me see. What are we talking about? BBAI again? Yeah, but did you tell me you're at 635? Oh yeah, hell yeah, get the hell out. Yeah, yesterday in the morning I told you to wait. I did. Chemuluv, I told you to wait, but look at yesterday in the morning when I was streaming, guess what? Yesterday in the morning, guess what this stock was doing? It was just going nowhere. It was just, look at this. It only dropped a little bit and then it bounced here. So that's why I told you to not sell, because it looked good. It looked fine in the morning. Obviously, I wasn't streaming at the end of the day. So if I was streaming at the end of the day and you asked me, hey, should I sell? I would have told you to sell. So that's the difference. I know you're calling me out, but fuck you, because I stream in the mornings. That candle yesterday on BBAI, it looked good. Towards the end of the day, it didn't, and I was not streaming at later in the day. So, yeah. Now, if you had asked me towards the end of the day, hey, how does it look now? I would have told you to sell. I asked yesterday, we should wait another day. Thank you. Can you look at Eric? It's just sold private shares and tanked. It's a rare earth play. I didn't sell. The classic, as I like to call it. Beginner jumps in and gets bagged. Yeah, I mean, you chased at a high and then it tanked. That's not shocking. I don't really know what to say to that. It's a rare earth play. I didn't sell. So you're holding a bag is what I'm assuming you're saying. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. And I don't know anything about this stock. So I for all I know, this is never going to recover. Maybe it will. I don't know. I can't really tell you anything about that. Didn't even know that shares dropped with that kind of news. Oh yeah, shares can tank. You think this is nothing? If Trucker Jeff were here in the stream right now, he'd be telling you right now, Chemuluv, he'd be telling you, motherfucker, I drive trucks for a living, and I'm telling you right now, stocks can drop like this is nothing. If you think this is a drop, Trucker Jeff right now would be, with his Tito's, he'd be sipping some Tito's, not even sipping, he'd just be, chugging the whole thing, and he'd be telling you, look, man, I drive trucks, and fuck you, because this is nothing. 11%, we're going to see this go down 50%. You're about to hold a big red bag, and either you're going to get destroyed or it's a good company and it's going to come back up for you. I don't know if this is a good company. I've never heard of it, but you need to do your research on it and hope that it's a good company and it comes back up for you, because it sounds like you're just going to hold a bag. Holding a bag on a shitty stock, good luck. Holding a bag on an established stock, an established play that's been around for years and it has a history of going up on the yearly time frame, it's going to come back up for you. You don't got to worry about anything. So that's the difference. So yeah, you're kind of, if this crosses under the MACD, you're going to get destroyed. That's bad. What you did there was bad. This is why I tell people not to chase. You did a good job with BBAI, but for some reason you chased AREC. That's interesting. You did a good job with your BBAI entry, but your AREC entry was terrible. That's very interesting. That tells me that you just kind of throw money around. That's what that tells me. So you basically got lucky with BBAI. You got lucky because if you had bought it at the top, you would have gotten screwed on that one too. That's what that tells me. Thank you so much for your feedback. Shout out to Zane. I want to hold long term. Yeah, that's the classic. I want to hold long term. But the thing is, if you've been watching my streams, I've been telling people to hold long term what? MP Materials because it's backed by the government. Is AREC backed by the government? Is it? Because I don't know. I'm asking you. You're the one who bought the stock. So you should know everything about it. Before you buy a stock, you should know like what the company's about. This is going to be a hard lesson for you because if this is a trash stock, you're going to get destroyed. I hope you didn't put in too much. Like I always tell people to buy BBAI at the purple line. Why? Because it always bounces off of it. It has a history of that, but I also know that it has a history of getting government contracts, and that causes the price to surge. So I can buy BBAI with confidence, knowing that it's going to come back up. We don't know anything about AREC. If AREC has government contracts, if it's a good company that doesn't do reverse splits, then you're looking good. You'll be fine. It'll come back up for you. But if it's the opposite, good luck. So always do your due diligence. A lot of the stocks that I talk about, people have told me I'm really good at picking stocks. That's because I do my due diligence. And I have a strategy on top of that. So I know where to buy. My entries tend to be very good because I'm buying at the average and not above it. And if I do buy above the average, I make sure not to. You saw me do with RR. What did you see me do with RR? What was it, yesterday or the day before? I don't remember, but I told you, hey, it's not looking good here. I'm not going to hold it down to my average. I'm going to take the small $50 profit and run and reposition. So if you're going to buy above the purple line, you better have like strategy in terms of stop. You got to have a stop loss. You got to have a game plan. That's why I got out of RR. I was like, I know I'm buying high. It's moved in my favor. I'm going to set the stop. Buy back the covered calls. You know, like I'm going to do all this and just get out, reposition. But that's experience. So I wouldn't expect you to have like hedges and all that. But hopefully you're learning a lot because I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, oh, no, you'll be fine. No. What you did, very dumb. Always do your due diligence. Don't just throw money around. The reason a lot of people are successful with my stock picks is because I'm focused on the AI tech sector. So it's kind of hard to lose on those because all of those are getting contracts or are backed by the government or have a history of pumps off the purple line. I want to hold long term. It's a proprietary recycle program for rare earth minerals bought in at 1.75. Then what are you crying about? What are you crying about then? Too much crying. I was too late to this, Shades. What were some buys that I didn't get to? Yeah, so you're going to hold it down to your average? That would also be silly, by the way. Don't make that mistake. I've seen people make that mistake. They buy a stock and hold it all the way down to their average, which is stupid. Think about that for a second. That is stupid. I've seen people do it. I promise you, there was a lady, I'm not going to say her name. She bought color stock at 30 cents. It moved to $6. She was up a lot. She was up thousands of percentages. Can you guess what she did? She held it all the way back down to her average. And then she was crying because she can't believe she didn't take the 2,000% return. She had just turned 5 figures into a ridiculous sum. like high six figures if I recall. And yeah, it was just ridiculous. Like I remember just thinking to myself, is this lady insane? You were up 2,000% and you held it all the way down to your average? What? People can be so greedy. I didn't know people could be that greedy. I was so shocked. Of course, I gave her the boot, but but yeah. So yeah, don't be stupid and hold it all the way down to your average. Because these stocks love to do this. They love to pump and dump, right? It pumps and then it comes back to the purple line. Pumps, and if it comes back to the purple line, it's going to come back down to your average. So just be very aware of that. Don't get cocky. I've seen people get cocky and greedy and overconfident, and then they don't get destroyed, but they let it come back down to their average when they were up hundreds of percentages. That is pretty stupid, if you ask me. I got stories for days, man. I got stories for days. I've met all kinds of people. I went to hold on to. Okay, I read that. I was late to this shades. What were some buys that I didn't get to hear? None. There are no buys. We're not buying anything. There's nothing to buy. Everything's going to drop. I still believe everything's going to tank way more than it already is. I believe we're due for a big like 10, 20, 30% drop on the small mid caps. And then, NVIDIA's going to drop. Everything's going to drop. It's going to be bloody. That's my prediction. I've been predicting this. I've seen this before. I would be shocked if we don't. Not calling you out, letting you know I'm here and listening and learning. Hey, new here. Can you talk about Mara? Oh, Mara, you son of a... I have covered calls with a strike of 21. If it holds above 21, my shares get called away. If it comes down, I'm going to be holding 400 shares of Mara at low 20s, and that pisses me off. I don't think it's going to hold here, and I will see what I do end of day, but I might just buy back the covered calls at a loss because I don't want to no, and then sell the shares at a gain. And then just get out of Mara entirely. This is why I was hedging with that sold put as well. But I already bought back the sold put at a profit. So I might buy those covered calls back and then sell the shares off because I don't want to be holding this one at 20. She didn't sell. That's crazy. That is so greedy. Yeah, that is super greedy. That is greed on a level I didn't know could exist. I was like, huh? You know how many people would kill for 2,000% return? The amount of patience she exhibited. Also, she looked at me in the face and said, I know something. Like, she lied to me. She told me, I know somebody that knows, something about color stock. So it's going to go higher. And when she said that to me, I already knew she was full of it, but I didn't call her out because I was kind of too nice. But I knew right then and there, like, okay, so you know somebody that knows something about color stock that's going to send it, and you're going to make instead of 2,000% return, you're going to make like 5,000% return. Like, in my head, I was just thinking, yeah, right, you're full of it. You're so stuck in greedy. Your mindset is just so greedy that you're making shit up. That's crazy, man. The things that the stock market does to people, you will not believe. I mean, you got Joey Shaw over there, hitting the bunt. So what do you think of light stock? Any stock you talk about, Sheb Luke? Probably not a good one. What do I think of it? Let me look at the yearly time frame. Is it trending? Yes. Quarterly? Yes. Monthly? That looks like it's going to reverse. You're buying at a top. Possibly forming a bull flag here. Oh, it's a $164 stock. Ugh. I don't care for that. This looks like a classic consolidation at a high, then it's going to reverse. It literally looks just like Tesla. Literally looks like wow, look at that. It looks just like Tesla. Consolidating at highs, and then it's going to have an elevator down. I might buy one put and call to end of day. I think we're going to get a big drop. I am very tempted. We'll see if I alert it. Because at one put, one call, and the put would be at the money, the call would be slightly out, or maybe a little bit more out of the money. And if it moves, if the stock market drops,
I'm gonna still make money off of the drop, regardless of the call going red, because the put would go in that deep, and it would go so deep in the green. Let's see. Should we expect another Bitcoin bear market cycle in 2026 because of having cycle? I don't know the data on that, so I can't comment. I don't know. I don't know anything about having cycles and what comes with that. That's a Joey Shaw question. Maybe he would know because he's all about the crypto. But I only know the technicals, so I would just expect another bear market at some point. Period. Anyways, so having or not. I'm late to RR. What's a good price to get in? Wait for my alert. That's all I can say. And well, I might sell some puts at $4. Why not? I'll average down on RR via sold puts. That way I get paid to buy the shares. That's what I'm gonna do probably. Sunk cost fallacy. Ego can't accept that the gains were gone. That's crazy that it's even that way. Like the fact that she just saw it keep going up and was like, man, if I sell right now, I don't want to turn 30K into, what was it, 600K or something ridiculous. I want to turn 30K into $1 million. I think what she wanted was the bragging rights of, wow, look at me, guys. I invested, I bought this penny stock at 30 cents. And I turned 30K into millions. Like, I think that's what she wanted. Because some people are like that. They just want to make money in the stock market and gamble so they can brag. They just want bragging points. That which is weird. Like, we're professionals here to make money, not here to, oh my God, I got rich off of the stock market. I'm going to brag to everyone. Like, they just want that as a bragging right, I guess. It's weird. That's just how some people are. I promise you, I got stories for days. There was this one guy, what was his name? He was an Arabic guy. He comes from like a wealthy family, and he was trading the stock market with like 300K. He blew it all up. Then his dad gave him another like 500K, blew that up, and then another 100K that blew that up. And then his dad was like, I'm just gonna give you 30K this time. And he blew up. And then I kicked him out of the Discord because I'm like, bro, you're not even listening to me. You're not even listening to me. You're just trying to get. He's trying so hard to turn that 30K into like $1 million because he owes his dad so much. And I'm over here like, wow, I wish I had an Arabic dad that could give me, 500K to blow up again. Like it's astonishing. Like the kind of people I've met. I don't even know what to say. I'm turning into Rick and Morty. Morty. I don't. I've met some crazy people, man. I wish I had a dad that could just give me 500K. Oh, sorry, Dad, I blew up that 500K. Can I have another 300K? Yeah, sure. Here's another 300K. Hey, by the way, I blew up that 300K. Can I get another 100K? Like, that's crazy to me. That those kind of people exist. And I told him, I'm like, you're a gambler and you don't listen to me. We've been at this for 6 months. I've had enough patience with you. I'm trying to help you, but I can't help you if you can't help yourself first. And I gave him the boot. And that's when I learned, as a Discord owner, that's when I learned, like, sometimes you just got to give people the boot. Like, sometimes you just got to not be patient with them and tell them, like, to fuck off. Because if they're not listening and they're not going to learn and they're just doing the same shit over again and they're just gambling and you just got to give them the boot. I try to help people as much as possible. But after what happened with that guy, I was like, I need to make sure that as soon as I identify these kinds of people, just give them the fucking boot. I don't want you in my Discord if you're gonna be like that. Fuck off. So yeah, that's another story. That one is crazy. Could you imagine? Like, I can borrow 500K and then blow it up and then borrow another 6 figures. Like, that's crazy to me. Crazy. Shay, do you have a 9 to 5 or do you primarily do YouTube? Just trading. Not even YouTube. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I took the monetization off. You should not be seeing ads. Because I don't need the ad money. The ad money's pathetic. You get like $300 off of the ad. I could just sell a covered call on NVIDIA and make more. So yeah. So you should not be seeing ads, guys. If you're seeing ads, YouTube is screwing you over. Use ad blocker. I don't know if I can even say that. How's RR? Think it will go to 5? I think it will go lower. Yes. 5, then 4, then 3. Absolutely. 9 to 5 or side hustle must be until you're consistently profitable. If not, better not quit because McDonald's won't be hiring humans soon. Yeah, it won't be just McDonald's.
It won't be just McDonald's. It'll be a lot of them. So, yeah, I don't. We're bleeding as expected. I expect a big drop. If I buy anything, it'll be a put end of day. Bitcoin is getting ready to tank here. It's under the purple line. For the first time, it's actually under the purple line and holding below it. All these other times, it was able to bounce off of it. This is the one time. And I told Joey Shaw, I know you're watching this. I'm sorry, my friend, but, you know, I think your account's about to get absolutely and utterly gutted because, as I said at the beginning of this live stream, Tom Lee is not your friend. Tom Lee is human. He can be wrong, and you're about to learn the hard way. And sometimes, you know, Zip Trader U, sometimes his entries are bad. Sometimes he calls things out that sometimes he's wrong. Like I am wrong. Sometimes I am wrong too. We are all human. Next time, don't rely so heavily on someone's word. And instead, you need to learn how to read charts, which is why I started the Learning to Read Charts series, exclusive to the Discord now. So, yeah, that's all I got to say to you, Joey Shaw. I know you're going to watch this and you're just going to be sitting there like, fuck this guy, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. I've been telling you this for weeks, for months. I've been telling you this. Not to buy those calls, but, you know, it is what it is. You got to learn. You're one of those people that has to learn the hard way. And then you'll come back to me and be like, wow, I'm so profitable. Like 2026, Joey Shaw, forget 2025. Just consider 2025 a big L. 2026, that's the year you turn this around, okay? If you're listening to this, that's the year you turn it around. I know you can do it. You've said it yourself. You're a smart guy, okay? I don't know if the divorce really just is still on your mind or what's going on in your life, but I'm telling you right now, 2025, it's okay. You're going to take some losses. It's going to hurt. But 2026, you got this. I'm here for you. 2026, you got this. We've been in several calls. 2026, you got this, okay? Learn from your mistakes of this year. 2026, you can do it. I've seen it. I've seen Trucker Jeff. He's been here for what, like 4 months? And he's already kind of better than you as a trader, quite frankly. He really asks me a lot of questions. The more questions you ask me, the more you're gonna, the faster you're gonna learn. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, yep, Trucker Jeff, just do this, buy this, don't buy that. Here's why, and he picks at my brain a lot. So we like send each other I send him voice messages. I guess he has like a southern accent or something, and he's shy or something. But Joey Shaw, unfortunately, Trucker Jeff, who's only been in the Discord for 4 months, he knows how to trade better than you. And he's very good at trading short term for some reason, and very good at reading the charts as well. So that's all I got to say to Joey Shaw. Make 2026 the year that you're gonna really be profitable, and you're gonna follow what Shades tells you, and you're gonna follow the strategies. 2025 is bad for you, unfortunately, because you just shouldn't be taking out loans and the leverage and all that. That's just crazy to me that you did that. But like I said, some people have to learn the hard way. You're about to learn the hard way. I know you're about to learn the hard way. I've been calling this out for a while now, and that's because I saw it coming, because I have experience, and I've met all kinds of people, and I've met your type as well. I've met your type before. Don't take that out of context, you weirdo. Anyways, dang, if you can just start with close to 7 figures, you pretty much just won, just S&P and chill or swing NVIDIA at that point. No, just swing NVIDIA. S&P doesn't have the volatility of NVIDIA. NVIDIA can move like 1% a day, so you can make like what, 10K a day? Yeah. And trust me, I know. I've done the math. How long do you think the bleeding will last? The bleeding will last as long as China decides to give us pain. I think that's it. It's been 2 hours. Yeah, that's it, guys. A lot of lessons, a lot of stories, and a whole lot of nothing with the stock market, because I've been telling you guys for the past few days, like, this looks like it's going to drop. Remember this, write this down, by the way. If you see Bitcoin not, it's just going sideways, and you see, if you see Bitcoin going sideways at the purple line, and you see NVIDIA going sideways, period, When you see the king of crypto and the king of semiconductors going sideways, and everything else is going up, that's not good. That's a bad. When you have that disconnect, that's bad. Because when the kings are struggling, what do you think is going to happen with everything else? It's going to come down. That's what you're seeing right now. I bet you Nvidia's red. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Let me see. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, Friday, elevator down. All right. That's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one.